Case study: Cowcher vs. Cowcher. Introduction. The breakdown of a marriage often leads to complex legal issues, particularly regarding property ownership and financial assets. Cowcher vs. Cowcher 1972 stands as a significant case in English law, addressing the ownership rights of a spouse who contributes financially to a marital home despite lacking legal title. This case study delves into the factual background, legal issues in contention, the court's decision, and its lasting impact on the understanding of resulting trusts and beneficiary rights in life insurance. Factual background. Mr. and Mrs. Cowcher were married for nearly 2 decades. In 1963, they decided to purchase a house together. While the deposit came solely from Mr. Cowcher's funds, and the house was registered in his name only, Mrs. Cowcher contributed financially in other ways. She made regular payments towards the mortgage interest and even paid premiums on a 25-year endowment policy taken on Mr. Cowcher's life, with herself named as the beneficiary. Tragically, the marriage ended in divorce in 1971 due to the husband's infidelity. Legal issues at stake. The central legal question in Cowcher vs. Cowcher revolved around ownership of the couple's assets. House ownership. Did Mrs. Cowcher have any legal or equitable ownership of the house despite her absence on the title deed? Endowment policy. Did Mrs. Cowcher have legal or beneficial ownership of the policy proceeds, considering she was designated as the beneficiary? Court's decision and reasoning. The court's decision differed for the two assets, highlighting the importance of legal distinctions. House ownership. While Mrs. Cowcher lacked a legal interest due to not being on the title deed, the court recognized her financial contributions. The judge used the concept of resulting trusts to determine ownership. Given Mrs. Cowcher's contribution towards the mortgage, a resulting trust was established. Essentially, Mr. Cowcher held a 2/3 share reflecting his deposit, and Mrs. Cowcher received a 1/3 share based on her contributions. Endowment policy. The court's reasoning here was simpler. The fact that Mrs. Cowcher was named the beneficiary on the policy established an express trust. This meant she had a clear legal entitlement to the policy proceeds upon the maturity or death of the insured Mr. Cowcher. Significance and lasting impact. Cowcher vs. Cowcher holds significance in 2 key areas of marital law and financial planning: resulting trust and marital property. This case highlights the concept of resulting trusts in the context of marital property disputes. It establishes that even without being on the title deed, a spouse's financial contribution towards the purchase of a property can result in an equitable interest. This protects spouses who contribute financially but are not legal owners. Beneficiary rights in life insurance. The case reaffirms the importance of clear beneficiary designations in life insurance policies. A named beneficiary, as demonstrated here, has a legally enforceable right to the proceeds upon the occurrence of the insured event. Conclusion. Cowcher vs. Cowcher remains a landmark case. It clarified the application of resulting trusts in marital property disputes and underscored the importance of clarity in beneficiary designations for life insurance policies. The case serves as a reminder of the importance of open communication and clear legal documentation within marriage, particularly regarding financial contributions and asset ownership. If you are a law student and looking for more case studies, visit our website www.mylawtutor.net.